Fritz and Christine and their very nervous parents, a story for children and the adults who love them. Fritz and Christine were twins. From the time they were born until they were grown, their mother and father wondered what they would be when they grew up. Would Fritz and Christine be a blessing to the world or not? Would they think of others or only of themselves? Would they be givers or takers? These questions worried Fritz and Christine's mother and father because they were very nervous parents. Each night at bedtime, their mother helped them brush their teeth and tuck them into bed, while their father washed the dinner dishes in the kitchen. After their window shades were pulled down and their covers pulled up, their mother softly sang a prayer. O God's dear children, as you grow, be kind to everyone you know. Help neighbor and all those in need, and turn away from selfish greed. Fritz and Christine would fidget and wiggle in their beds, waiting for the kitchen light to click off and their father to come to their room to read them a story. After the story, as they were slipping off to sleep, their father softly sang a prayer. O God's dear children, as you grow, be kind to everyone you know. Help neighbor and all those in need, and turn away from selfish greed. Fritz and Christine grew up and moved away. Fritz became a weaver of fabric and maker of beautiful clothes. His prized tapestries sold for thousands of dollars, and the colorful clothes he made were popular in the finest stores all over the world. Christine became a baker. Every morning, people from all over town would line up at the front door of her bakery to buy her sweetbreads, rolls, and raspberry cupcakes. Meanwhile, the same questions worried Fritz and Christine's mother and father. Did their twin children grow up to be a blessing in the world or not? Did Fritz and Christine think of others or only of themselves? Were they givers or takers? One year, mother and father went to visit Fritz and Christine in their new town. They were impressed by their children's success. Fritz had a big house on a hill that overlooked a river. He had received many awards and was very rich. Christine lived in a fancy apartment above her downtown bakery. She worked many hours running her bakery. But mother and father worried. Did Fritz and Christine share? Did they make time for others? Mother and father were too nervous to ask these questions, of course, though they really wanted to know the answers. When Saturday came, Fritz and Christine explained that they had to work that evening. "You've worked all week," Mother said. Fritz smiled. "Why don't you come with us?" They drove downtown to a building which had a rusted door and a sign that said Oasis. "What's this place?" Mother asked. "It's the homeless shelter," Christine said. "We help every week." "Every week, huh?" Father said, reaching for his wife's trembling hand. The bright room was crowded with hungry neighbors visiting at tables. They all wore the most colorful, flowing scarves that looked very warm. On each wall hung beautiful tapestries. Each table had baskets filled with fragrant sweetbreads, rolls, and raspberry cupcakes. Christine and Fritz introduced their parents to their neighbors, then went to the kitchen to help with the food. Soon the room filled with the warm smells of homemade chicken noodle soup and meatloaf. Some of the guests played dominoes. A little girl with slender fingers played a tune on the old piano in the corner. When it was time for dinner, Christine, Fritz, and all their neighbors held hands and joined together in singing this prayer. O God's dear children, as you grow, be kind to everyone you know. Help neighbor and all those in need, and turn away from selfish greed. Amen.